Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Fry Plantain, and today we're going to be talking about Kill Tony's Diedrich Flynn. Now, Diedrich Flynn is, some people consider him to be a very funny comedian. I remain undecided as to whether or not he is actually funny. You know, in my opinion, he's not the funniest guy. He's no Cam Patterson, I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Diedrich Flynn. On May the 28th of this year, Diedrich Flynn was stopped by customs because apparently he had an illicit substance in his backpack. Now let me see, let's check it out. Customs allegedly found about 0.73 grams of suspected MDMA or ecstasy hidden in a retainer inside his backpack. The report says Okinawa police arrested him on suspicion of violating Japan's narcotics law, and that the case was later sent to the Neha District Public Prosecutor's Office. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. Now, Diedrich Flynn, he's not that popular within the Kill Tony fandom. A lot of people find him annoying. And for me, over the past few months, I've been watching Diedrich Flynn. I've always taken issue with the fact that he seems to be abusing certain substances. And of course, look, at the end of the day, we're all free to do what we want to do. We're all free to live life how we want to live life. There's nothing wrong with a little drink or a little toke or a little smoke or a little snort. I'm personally not doing that. But the thing about Diedrich Flynn, he seems to always be under the influence. He always seems to be inebriated. And as a viewer, I just find it uncomfortable. You've been given this fantastic opportunity to deliver your jokes week in, week out on the Kill Tony platform. You're making money, going to all of these different, comedy shows and comedy festivals in Austin and throughout the United States. It seems like you're squandering your opportunity. It seems like you're really just, sticking two middle fingers up at, society and just saying, whatever, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. And it's disappointing because a lot of people would die to be on that Kill Tony platform. A lot of people would give everything to be a comedian that's making money. I cringe when I see the guy. I cringe because he's inebriated. His eyes are going all over the place. It's like, damn, bro, like you're in your, mid to late 30s? You're an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment. Like, what are you doing? You can't be serious. Look, people are going to call me a hater, and that's fine. I love Cam Patterson. That's a kid who really took the bull by its horns, grabbed the opportunity, and went to the bloody sky, went to the bloody moon. How can you not like Cam Patterson? This is a young guy in his early 20s. You don't see Cam Patterson, just, sitting on stage, sitting on bloody, Story Wars and just like smiling and I'm high. Like, it's embarrassing, bro. You're in your 30s, bro. Like, I just think it's so embarrassing for you to be doing that. Diedrich Flynn, you need to get it together. And right now, I believe Diedrich Flynn is stuck in Japan. He's stuck in Japan. He might be going to jail for God knows how long. I feel like that's very unlikely because when it comes to Japan, Japan is quite, compared to a lot of Asian countries like the Vietnams of the world or the Philippines and Vietnams, they take drug smuggling very seriously. Now, of course, if it's 0.73 grams of bloody MDMA, I don't really think you could consider that drug smuggling. But just the fact that you will do that, you've been granted this fantastic opportunity and you're still dabbling with drugs? Come on, man. But anyway, let's get into this. That's a little, context. A little context. Let's get into this. Let's actually delve into the story. But before we do that, I wanna show you guys a video of Joe DeRosa. Joe DeRosa is a comedian, friend of Kill Tony, friend of Tony Hinchcliffe and all of that. And, again, I don't think Joe DeRosa is the funniest guy, but I do think he's a very smart man because Joe DeRosa saw this coming.
How long have you been doing comedy?
12 years.
12 years. Dude, you're a beast. I'm telling you, you're a beast. Don't fuck it up with drugs or alcohol or being an asshole. I'm serious. I'm serious. That's the only way people fuck it up. You're so fucking good. You have so much talent.
DeRosa's talking to himself right now.
Joe DeRosa was talking, and some of it I kind of like, I wanted to still make sure, because there's like certain stuff like they were like, hey, you know, your material, you know, you can tell that, you know, you're just riffing and doing, you know, this thing. And I was like, no, I wrote my ass off, dog. Like, no, don't try to play just because I make it look good.
Right.
They're like, nah, it's saucy. Like, you can watch Kyrie do a lot of stuff. You was like, why? But you can't go out there and do like, don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm nasty with this. Don't play like
Master
that.
of the illusion of the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Bro, you look so sloppy. Take the fucking grill out your mouth, bro. I'm sorry. I know I'm gonna get heat for this, bro. It's just I'm not a fan of Diedrich Flynn. I'm just not a fan of the guy. What do you know about eating chicken in the subway and smoking the J while you're getting railed in the arsehole? What you know about? Come on, bro. Come on, deliver some actual intelligent jokes. No, shout out to Diedrich Flynn. Shout out to Diedrich Flynn, bro. Honestly, God bless the guy. I'm pretty sure he's dealing with substance abuse issues, man. I think it's so ridiculous that you would go to Japan with drugs. Like, what are you doing? You're going to a foreign country. You don't give a shit about their policies and their laws. You think it's a joke thing. And, you know, Joe DeRosa, he likes cockatoo, apparently, allegedly. So, you know, of course there's nothing wrong with that. But the fact that he actually broke it down months before. He could see that Diedrich Flynn is messing about. He's not a serious individual. You're not a serious individual, man. How the hell is Cam Patterson, a young man in his 20s, better behaved than you, bro? Like, come on, man. Come on, what are you doing? You're going to Japan with fucking MDMA? You that much of a pill head or powder head or whatever you guys want to call it? What you know about taking MDMA and sticking it up your ass and going from country to country? What you know about that? What you know about going to prison in Japan for the 15 to 20 years? What you know about it? No, shout out to Dietrich. I don't know why I'm going hard on this guy. But honestly, there's nothing more worse than looking at a fucking junkie and he's just sprawled out and he's just getting high. If you get high in your own environment, don't get high on. Okay, let me calm down. As you can see, Diedrich Flynn it's well known that Diedrich Flynn has been abusing. He's been taking certain substances, and he actually talked about how, you know, he felt that Joe DeRosa was going hard on him, but he didn't realize that Joe DeRosa simply had his back. Joe DeRosa was trying to help him, trying to protect him, because a lot of comedians over the years, you know, a lot of comedians have dibbled and dabbled in that world, from the highest to the lowest. So when Joe DeRosa comes out and says, look, slow down, I don't want you to be like a loser in 5 years' time and squandered your opportunity, it's not coming from a place of disdain or hate. Is coming from a place of love. You know, there's a lot of camaraderie with these comedians, and it just seems like Diedrich Flynn has kind of messed that up. Comedian Diedrich Flynn was arrested and charged after entering Okinawa. Authorities found what appeared to be drugs in the comedian's carry-on luggage. On June 17th, Japanese media reported that American comedian Diedrich Flynn had been indicted by Japanese authorities on drug-related charges. Accordingly, Diedrich Flynn departed from Chicago, USA on May 27th, transited through Taiwan before arriving in Okinawa. During immigration procedures, customs officers inspected the actor's carry-on luggage and discovered approximately 0.73 grams of substance suspected to be MDMA ecstasy hidden in a braces case inside his backpack. What do you know about hiding MDMA in your braces backpack? What do you know about that? What do you know about what you know about smuggling drugs in your asshole? What do you know about that? Huh? And even in this picture, he looks inebriated. Even in this picture, you know he's probably stoned out of his goddamn mind. He's probably on MDMA, weed, cocaine, all of those drugs. I mean, honestly, when you get to a certain age, you gotta relax. You gotta relax, man. Who you doing it for? Like, who you doing it for? I'm telling you, bro. Like, if you don't slow down, you're just not gonna make it. And I remember like when on Kill Tony, when he was given like a I believe Diedrich Flynn was given some kind of reward on Kill Tony, like maybe it was like the golden ticket or whatever, or maybe it was inducted into like the Kill Tony Hall of Fame. I can't remember exactly, but I remember Diedrich Flynn crying his eyes out, just crying. And it's just, bro, if you care so much about this opportunity, why are you squandering it? Some people are probably thinking, well, it's just a little bit of MDMA, but it's like you're going to Japan, you're going to a foreign country. Like the audacity. The audacity to go to a foreign country and take drugs with you. It's just like, are you out of your mind? Okinawa Prefectural Police arrested Diedrich Flynn on May 28th on charges of violating Japan's Narcotics and Psychotropic Substances Control Act. On June 16th, the case was transferred to the Naha District Prosecutor's Office for further prosecution on charges of violating customs law and narcotics control law. Okinawa police said the case is still being handled according to legal procedures. Born in 1990, Diedrich Flynn is an American stand-up comedian. 1990, that means he's what? That means he's like, what, 36, 35? Bro, you're 5 years to 40. You're 5 years to 40 and you're smuggling fucking MDMA in your braces case. Oh my, like how retarded a kid do you have to be? You are a retard. You are a retard. Like you're retarded. Like you're dumb. You're dumb. I swear you're dumb, bro. Like how is this cool? How is this cool? You've seen all the movies, you've heard all the stories from countless comedians that have come before you, and you think it's cool to go to bloody Japan, hiding MDA. Like, Asians are smart, we all know that. Historically, Asians are some of the smartest people in the world. And you think you're gonna fool custom agents by sticking MDMA in your braces case, bro. You're dumb, bro. No, I'm angry now. I'm getting heated now. I'm getting very, very heated now. What are you doing? In your braces, case? You're 35, you got braces. Bro, what are you doing with your life? He gained more recognition after appearing in the comedy special Tony Hinchcliffe Rosa of WrestleMania and regularly participates in stand-up comedy tours and events throughout North America. Diedrich might walk free, apparently. While most people think Diedrich is definitely getting charged and kicked out of Japan, there's a real chance he could walk away completely free. The whole thing probably depends on his upcoming drug test. If he passes it, his chances of being released without any charges go way up. The exact same situation happened just a few months ago. Playwright Jeremy O. Harris was stopped at the exact same airport with 0.78 grams of MDMA, which is almost the exact same amount as Diedrich's 0.73 grams. Harris spent 23 days in jail and was let go with 0 charges and no deportation. So it's very likely that Diedrich Flynn might just spend a month in Japan, but yeah. I mean, unless he actually treats this as a learning experience, he's bound to do it again. I'm not even sure if this is his rock bottom. If this isn't his bottom, he's very likely to do it again. Anyway, the big turning point was that Harris passed his drug test. Since it was clean, his lawyers could argue that he had no idea the drugs were in his bag and never intended to smuggle them. But that's the thing. If you look at Diedrich Flynn's face, he's always high. He's always high. What you know about getting high on a regular basis? What you know about that? What you know about getting stoned in your sleep? What you know about that? The guy's always stoned. Just look at his eyes. I don't want to watch his sets, but damn, over drugs, I'd hate to see him get locked up. If he does end up going, I hope nothing bad happens to him while in there and he can fix himself. And he should lose his golden ticket for at least 3 years as punishment if he gets off it. Some people believe that Diedrich Flynn is gonna, he's gonna be able to bounce back from this. He's gonna be released from jail. Who knows? But the thing is, I'm not entirely sure Diedrich Flynn is gonna be able to remain sober for like 30 days or something. I just don't think he has it in him. I don't think he has it in him. Now, I apologize, Diedrich. I'm going a bit too hard in this video. I didn't mean to. But hey, bro, it's just disappointing. Lo, you find that dude, you think that dude is pissing clean. That's what I'm trying to say. Just look at his face. He's always stoned. Like he's always on sign. So yeah, if he's able to stay clean for a month, then maybe he can come back to the United States. But I don't know about Diedrich, man. I don't know about that guy. The fact that Joe DeRosa saw it before we did, he saw it. He realized that Diedrich Flynn is just a fuck up. He saw it. And I imagine Joe DeRosa probably saw what was going on behind the scenes. He probably saw Diedrich Flynn in his element. Like in, you know, in the clubs and the bars and, you know, smoking and snorting. He probably saw all of that. The Kill Tony main subreddit is deleting all posts about Diedrich's arrest. And I understand if you're, you know, you're trying to protect the Kill Tony image. But at the same time, it's like we need to talk about these things. We need to talk about these things. You know, we need to talk about drug addiction and drug abuse and, you know, squandering opportunities because you can't get your fucking shit together. We need to talk about, you know, black men in the fucking 30s just getting high on a regular basis to the point that they're going to get arrested in another foreign country, bro. Thank God this was not Thailand, bro. You know, you always hear stories, especially here in the UK, you always hear about these young kids. They go to fucking, I don't know, they go all over the world. They go to Thailand, they import like kilos. They import kilos of like fucking class A drugs. They import, how you gonna import kilos? And then, you know, when they get stopped by customs, oh, I didn't know, I didn't realize. Oh, it was just a bunch of guys just invited me on this free trip. Hotels paid and everything. I just thought we're gonna have a good time. I didn't know they wanted me to import 70 kilos of cocaine. It's just ridiculous. Like, I'd understand if Diedrich was in his early 20s, late teens. This man is 37 years old. He's 37 years old and he's importing MDMA. You're a junkie, bro. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I do apologize for saying it, but you're bloody ninny, innit? It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of embarrassing, innit? Also, having it in your goddamn carry-on. these Kill Tony people are so dumb. I'm trying not to be an arsehole, but it's just so hard. It's so hard not to be an arsehole. This guy put his bloody MDMA powder and pills. He took a line before he got on the plane. Then he put it in his bloody braces box. Or why the hell you're 35, 36, you're wearing braces? I don't even know. I think it's his fake bloody, you know, chrome mouth, chrome teeth, whatever you want to call it. His grill. Man's like 36 wearing a grill like it's bloody 2013 or something. Who's rocking grills nowadays? Bro, like what are you, everything you're doing is like 10 years in the past. You're taking MDMA like it's 2013. You're rocking a grill like it's 2013. You know, like, The article claims that half a gram of MDMA was in his container for his braces, so he spent a matter of 40 seconds thinking about how to do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Oh, man. I bet you, because Japan is like a beautiful place, but you can't experience Japan without getting high. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. In his defense, he has probably gotten away with this exact method many times and wasn't worried. What a dumbass. It was ecstasy. Ecstasy, MDMA. MDMA is like powdered form of ecstasy. That's like the pure, potent form. You know. He wanted to go clubbing in Okinawa. Oh, yeah. MDMA, baby. What you know about dancing in Okinawa? High on the MDMA. What you know about that? Yeah, you might be right for international travel, but don't put it inside a box like this, Steve. Just like... When it reaches the point that you're smuggling to get your fix, what's that saying? Pack it up. Pack it all the way up. Get out of here. Minimum of 1 year of labor in prison. therefore going there with MDMA. He's getting at least a year, even if he's got Saul Goodman as his lawyer. I don't think he's gonna get a year. I don't think he's gonna get a year because I think it was only 0.73 grams of like MDMA, and that's like a personal use. That's not like he's importing or like exporting. It's just like personal use. He'll get away with it, I reckon. As long as he stays clean for 30 to 60 days and he does his bloody drug test, he'll be fine. But that's the thing. Every time I look at this guy's face, he's high. It's like back in the mid 2000s when everyone was obsessed with what's that drug called? Lean. You know what I mean? It's like you're embracing being a junkie. It's sad. You know what I mean? If you're going to be a junkie, just do it in privacy. But for you to just do it out loud and, you know, be proud of it. Even Sam Kinison, he will take his bloody cocaine and go on stage and start screaming into the mic. Sam Kinison was like a good cocaine. Like he was an enjoyable cocaine addict. You know what I mean? If you're going to be an addict, at least be presentable. Sam Kinison was presentable. Man had his nice little jacket, nice little hair, you know what I mean? But it's like with DJ Flynn, it's just you got a bloody grill in your mouth like it's fucking, you know, 2013. You know, you're sloppy. You're kind of slow. You're kind of sloppy. If DJ Flynn is smart, he would just shut his mouth. Don't take drugs for the next month. Just be, you know, learn some basic Japanese words. Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato. Learn some basic Japanese words. But he's probably not going to do that. Because a lot of Americans are just arrogant. You're so arrogant. You're so disrespectful. To be fair, a lot of British people are arrogant too. A lot of people in the Western world are just arrogant. They don't give a shit. They don't care about other countries' policies and laws. I need a reference for how much 0.73 grams of... It's tiny. Like 0.73 grams is less than 1 gram. So we're talking like fucking salt shakers here. We're talking bloody salt granules here. It's nothing. That's why in all likelihood, he's not really gonna do serious prison time because he's not really... he's not distributing or anything. But at the same time, it's like, you know, Japan might want to make an example of this guy, especially if he's disrespectful. If he keeps his head low, learn some basic Japanese words, learn some basic Japanese etiquette, you know, do some bowing. Unpopular opinion, but this could have the potential to make him funny or develop some good material, at least. A good break from the fame and pressure, time to reflect, and a difficult experience that you can joke about when it's all done. The fact that he had scheduled shows lined up makes it even worse because now venues are scrambled, fans lose their money, and he's facing actual legal consequences that could derail his whole career. And it's the kind of decision that makes you wonder what was going through his head or if anything was. Yeah, this doesn't surprise me, man. Because like I keep on saying, every time I look at this guy's face, he's just like sloppy and high. Take that fucking grill out your mouth, you bloody muppet. I'm sorry. I apologize. So incredibly stupid and disrespectful. I'm a huge stoner, would love to go to Japan, will not be bringing anything with me or seeking it out where I'm there. Right, facts. Respect the laws. If you're gonna smuggle it in your butthole, sign, you know, just be logical. I've gone twice, each time I just don't smoke. I never smoked anyway, and I'm pretty sure they're doing all sorts of drugs in Japan. I'm pretty sure they're doing all sorts. The logical thing would have been to go to Japan, find a contact. I'm pretty sure ask Tony, ask any of these dudes. They'll probably show you the right person to talk to. But no, I need my own MDMA. I want my own MDMA. I want my own personal MDMA. I want it. It's mine. I don't want to go to anyone else. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I can't help it. You're a moron. You're a moron. It's sad. It's sad. What can I say? Guys, let me just leave it there. I hope he gets off. You know, all joking aside, I hope he gets off. I hope he's able to make it back to the United States of America. I hope he's able to kind of like clean up his act. You know, at the end of the day, well, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we, you know, take substances that kind of curtail the, you know, their inner pain, if you will. And so, you know, you can't really hate him for doing something that's, in some respects, very human. But at the same time, it's like when you get to a certain age, you have to fit yourself, well, maybe I should call it a day. Maybe I should calm down. You know, going to another country and not abiding by their rules and regulations. You know, not only is it disrespectful, but it's dangerous. You know what I mean? But guys, let me just leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you later.